welcome to another episode, or the second episode, should I say, of the Mums Club. Yes, the Mums Club. Oh my God, it's amazing. Absolutely loving it right now. And today with the Mums Club, we're going to be discusses what? See, when you're a mum, you can't talk properly either. We're going to be discussing fussy eating, weaning, strange eating habits, everything to do with our children and like different things about their eating. We're going to be discussing today as well. Also got a little bit of a game for you coming up again, a little bit like last week's, but obviously you're going to have to tell which is truth and which is lie. I've also got a poll up at the moment. The poll consists of 4 subjects that I'm offering for next week's Mums Club, where you guys get to decide, because obviously the subject that we're going to be talking about today is one that you guys picked last week. So it's not something that I have chosen, it's something that you guys have chosen. So I have put a poll up again so that you guys can pick what we talk about next week. And in the poll, we've got 3 different options. We have got parenting tips, which will involve some hacks and things like that. We've got traveling with kids as well, and you know, people's stories and what it's like, and the struggles and the strains and the highs and the lows on traveling with kids. And we've got milestones, so we're going to be talking about different milestones that your children are going through, you know, from when they take their first steps to when they lose their first tooth and so on and so forth, that kind of thing. So we're talking about milestones as well. So you guys get to pick. So while we're chatting, please make sure that you're casting your vote for that as well. And I'll announce what we're going to be doing at the end of Mums Club. You might notice as well that I have got a spare spot next to me, and Holly is going to join us again today. So ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for my daughter, Holly. And if you're wondering why Holly's involved, you know, she's not a mum or anything. She is a daughter. So she has got the child aspect that she can bring on board to it. So come on, Holly. I was sure this happened last week where I brought her on and I was like, it's your cue, and she missed it. But she's going to be getting involved. So also, obviously we've got two topics that we're going to talk about today. We're going to talk about the fussy eating and the eating habits and stuff like that. But we're also going to talk about that thing. We've got this air freshener in here and it keeps going off at the most inconvenient times. We're also going to be talking about, for our second topic today, we're going to talk about fun activities with your kids and things that, you know, that your kids like to do, things you can do on a budget and things like that. So anyway, come on board, Holly. Come and say hi to everybody. We've got 70 people
Hello,
watching.
Everybody. Happy Wednesday.
Why are you taller than me again? What's going on? Are you taller?
Posture, isn't
Are you
it?
taller?
It's just your posture.
Do you think I need to sit up a bit more straighter? Thank you so much,
it's just
Adam.
This side of the couch is just
yeah, because this is where
flat.
Tim usually sits in the evening, so I think he squashes it a bit more. And when Tim's away, I then sit here. So this side of the sofa definitely gets more use, definitely. Adam, thank you so much for that. Hi there, Gabby. Told you I'll be back, as my mum calls me double trouble. Don't know where she gets that from. I'm sure mums have heads at the back, so they keep an eye on us. I think they do. I think mums have to have eyes in all sorts of different directions. Thank you so much, Adam. Thanks for coming to join us as well. I mean, it's really nice that you're on board. We're going to do some shout outs, aren't we? Yes, mum, we're going to do some shout outs.
I don't know. Do you want to shout them out, or am I shouting them out?
Well, this is what you were just thinking, and this is what I was just thinking as well. I'm thinking,
so that's
do you want to do the shout outs?
That's why I was silent. Sorry.
Okay. Well, would you like to do some shout outs, Holly?
Yeah. Go on then.
Oh, hang on.
I do apologise if I pronounce any names wrong. I'll try and pronounce them as best as I can.
I always pronounce them wrong, so do not stress. And while you, can you see all right?
Yeah.
Zoom in a little bit.
We've got Eugene McGeever. Sorry, I don't know what to say.
It's okay.
Don't want to say it wrong.
Just say the first names if you like. I always find that's a little bit easier because surnames can be tricky.
So we've got Eugene. I want to say Jeanette.
Yeah.
Kate. Penny. Andy. I can't scroll on it.
I know, it's a nightmare computer,
How do
isn't
I
it?
do it?
It's a nightmare. I know, it's a nightmare. Now everyone knows that.
I can't scroll on it.
Oh, hang on. You know what? It's hard when you've got long nails and all, and you can't do nothing. Ah!
That's right down my ear.
We can't scroll. Neither of... Hang on. Oh, here we are. We're back in the game. We're back in the game. Sorry, everyone.
Scroll again. The Foxy Bee, Vera Pool, Catherine.
Hi.
Louisa.
With
Hayley, Michelle.
Dina.
I was going to say Diana.
Yeah, it's spelled quite peculiar, isn't it?
We've got Jason, Hazel, Debbie, Sally at Cupcake Toppers UK.
Hi to you guys. Hi.
Oh, is this fresh?
Yeah, you can zoom back though.
And we've got Monica, Elizabeth, K Grand 447, Jack Flash, Corrine,
Green King Dog.
I don't know. I'm sorry. I do apologise if I'm pronouncing these names wrong. I'm not the best with pronunciation.
Do you know, it's hard. See, this is
Green King Dog.
This is
something
the normal,
like that is easy.
This is the normal way you would do it. But when you're actually the one that's hosting the live, you feel like you've got to do it quick. And to do it quite quick, it's really hard to read through them fast.
Louise Bin Bag UK.
Ooh, that's an interesting one. Yeah.
I think most of these I have read out already.
Nikki Piper.
Yeah, I've just seen that one.
Jules B. Penny.
Yeah, I've said that one.
How are we getting on? You're still awake, right? Oh, Holly. We'll rehearse that. We'll rehearse that for next week. Anyway, we'll try and shout you out as we go along. But do you know what? It's not easy to keep them up, to be honest with you, with the chat. If you haven't had a shout out, we will try and shout you out the best we can.
I don't think I've missed anyone there.
No, we've got Sammy Blaken as well in Skegness, was in Butlins, checked out after 10 minutes. Not safe for my child at all, in a hotel in Skegness instead. Oh my God, what happened? Tell us what happened. So
I haven't been to Butlins in ages.
Yeah, we had a good few Butlins trips, but there was some situations, you know, some dirty carpet things going on. But however, cheap, and it can be what you make of it, all sorts of different things going on. And I suppose it depends what kind of accommodation you book and stuff like that, so on and so forth. Louise Horan has been a channel member for 16 months as a super louder. So thank you so much, Louise. That is amazing. That's pure dedication. 16 months is a really long time. So thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. I really do appreciate it. Right, so anyway, we're gonna move on and we're gonna talk about like eating with children and stuff like that. So from where I'm standing, I had a little bit of a struggle with Casper and his eating because Casper had a dairy allergy, which then caused a little bit of a problem because Casper was always one of these babies that would just eat anything, you know, anything you put in front of him, he would eat. And obviously he developed really bad eczema, and it turns out he's got this dairy allergy. So then we had to cut his foods down, which meant he could only have foods that didn't have any form of dairy in it. Oh, he also had an egg allergy as well. So nothing with egg, nothing with dairy. I was still breastfeeding at the time, which meant I couldn't consume it either. So, I mean, that's probably why I put on a lot of weight, because when I finished breastfeeding, I can go back to my normal diet, and suddenly it was a bit of a shock to the system probably. So that probably caused my body to kind of go in a different direction, which is no excuse for me sitting on my backside and, you know, just piling on the pounds. That could be the case, I'm not sure. But anyway, we had a bit of a struggle with Casper, trying to get him. So now we're at a point where he eats a nice variety of food, but he'll only eat the same kind of variety. Like, he will not eat chocolate, will he? At all. Like,
I think he's going off the Oreos as well, isn't he?
Yeah, see, Oreos he can have because they don't have dairy in them, and he's usually all right with those.
To eat them, is he? Not anymore.
No, not anymore. So he's not too fussed about it. Whereas most kids would be like, oh, ice cream, chocolate, things like that. Because Casper couldn't have.
Complain.
Well, no, it's cheap, but because like Casper couldn't have chocolate and things like that, now we have started introducing things like this. He won't touch it. So we're in that kind of situation. I mean, like I say, there are worse things to not want. You know, at least he'll sit there and eat his carrots and his salmon, and he'll eat like peas and stuff like that. Although he did spit some peas out last night, but you know, it's this dairy allergy did kind of delay us a little bit. So if anyone has got any stories on their children and things that are going on, you know, do let us know in the chat. Vera says, that's not a bad thing. At least his teeth will be very good. Well, yeah, that is true. And he won't eat sweets. Like at nursery, sometimes when it's like the children's birthdays and stuff, they sometimes give him like a little bag of sweet and say, oh, it was so-and-so's birthday. So therefore you've got a little bag of sweets. And I'm like, Casper won't eat Haribo. If he put any Haribo in his mouth, he'd just be spitting that out completely. He just would not like the texture or anything. Hello, Vincent. Thanks for joining us this morning. Thank you so much. Really do appreciate that.
I bet when I was that age, I was scoffing all of that.
Oh, well, yeah, you were a different story. You were a completely different story.
I'd eat anything when I was little.
Yeah, you would. Yeah, I've got your message, Vincent. Thank you so much. So anyway, what I wanted to do was just read out what the NHS was saying actually about like fussy eaters, because a lot of people have like struggles. Like Sammy just said, my girl won't eat any veggies. So that's because to kids, and I obviously can recall right back there, veggies taste rank, don't they? Like to adults, they're nice. We have them with gravy, potato, we flavour them up, and they're great. But as kids, they're horrible.
To be honest, it doesn't really change much when they get older either. A lot of adults hate vegetables.
Tim don't like vegetables, does he? I think Tim will eat carrots and sweet corn and things like that, but like he won't have leeks, he won't have cabbage, he won't have any like the hardcore greens or anything like that. He won't have. He'll only have like simple things like sweet corn and stuff like that. Michelle says, we have a struggle with our youngest. She loves sweet stuff, but does not like her main meals as such. She's 7. That's the thing. That age is the age where kids are like, I want my sweeties, aren't they? And they don't want to eat their dinner. And mums and dads are trying to say like, yeah, you don't get your dessert until you eat your mains to make sure that they get something good. So it's strange, isn't it? John says, my nephew is afraid. So food is hard for me. Do you mean like he's got like a fear of it, like almost like a phobia? Is that what you mean? Monica says, Max is very fussy. I have to feed him if I want to see that he's eating his veg and fruit. Casper is the same. Like I'm struggling at the moment with him with the whole knife and fork thing. Like he's like refuses to like pick it up completely. Like he's very, very capable, but he won't pick it up. And he is the kind of kid as well that if I'm not helping support feed him with the spoon and the fork still, he just won't eat anything at all. And then you're like, well, you've got to eat something, haven't you? So, you know, what do? My son is autistic. He will not eat some foods, if not any. Oh God. I remember when I was little only getting dessert on a Sunday. Oh, what a treat. What did you have, Vera? Let me know. Catkin says, when my youngest was a fussy eater, the health visitor said he will eat when he's hungry, so don't worry, he's a strong man. Yeah, and that's it. And this is what, you know, I was just saying on the NHS. Let me Michelle has been a channel member for 20 months. Thank you so much, Michelle. It's much appreciated. Where has the time gone? Yeah, exactly. Where has the time gone? Feel free to read some of them out for me, and then we'll read what the NHS has got to say about children that are fussy eaters, picky eaters.
I don't know where you've read from.
I'm here. Monica says, I'm glad to hear that, Gabby, because I was feeling guilty that I still feed him. No, honestly, don't. I think there are so many people out there that are so quick to judge your parenting skills and be like, oh, why are they doing that for? They shouldn't be doing it like that at this stage. They should be here. They should be there. They all are completely different. And we as mothers are just trying to do what's right and the best for our children. We know our children. We know what they like. We know what they want. We know if they need feeding, if they don't need feeding and stuff like that. So we just try to do it the best way we see possible. I mean, the last thing we're doing, oh, if you do that, you're spoiling them. Do we really want our children to grow into spoiled people? No. Holly's a bit spoiled, but there you go.
Sorry? Pardon? Jeanette says, I have Asperger's and I ate lots of veggies except for lima beans. Now, I actually heard about them the other day, and that was my first time ever hearing about them. What is that? What are
I've never
they?
heard of lima beans.
I heard
Am I
about
living
them-
on another
I
under a
heard
rock?
about them the other day, and I'd never heard of them before. I still don't know what they are or what they look like. But yeah, that's probably someone.
Do they sell them in
search up.
Tesco's? If they do, we'll go
I don't
and
know
look
what
for
they
them
are.
today. But I might have to Google lima beans and see what they do and stuff like that. Let's have a look and see what the NHS have got to say about Fussy Eaters. Give it a read if you like, Holly. Read out, because we did a little bit of a Google on it. I have never ever gone onto the NHS to look at like Fussy Eaters and things like that. But because we're talking about the subject, I was really intrigued to see what they had got to say for anyone out there that was struggling with their children and stuff like that. And this is what they say.
Wow, do you want me to read
Yeah.
this whole bit?
Go for it.
It's natural to worry whether your child is getting enough food if they refuse to eat sometimes, but it's perfectly normal for toddlers to refuse to eat or even taste new foods. I think that's the main thing. It's all about textures with children, isn't it?
It does seem to be.
Weird.
Yeah.
Do not worry about what your child eats in a day, or if they do not eat everything at meal times. It's more helpful to think about what they eat over a week. If your child is active and gaining weight and they seem well, then they're getting enough to eat. As long as your child eats some food from the 4 main food groups: fruit and vegetables, potatoes, bread, rice, pasta. See, Casper's pretty good with all of those, really, isn't he?
Yeah, he is.
And other starchy carbohydrates, dairy or dairy alternatives, and beans. Pulses? What are they? What's that?
Beans. Things like that.
Never heard of that. Fish, eggs, and meat, and other proteins. You do not need to worry. And then here, there's a little link where you can find out more about what to feed young children.
Yeah, brilliant. So obviously, if you go like onto the NHS, they do sort of explain what you can do if you're struggling and that with your children, and you know they're eating. It's not an easy one at the end of the day. We don't have guidebooks telling us how to be and what to do, and then it's worrying as well when you love your child and you're thinking, oh my god, they're not eating, you know, and stuff like that. But like the NHS has just said, I think as long as they're getting, if your child is putting on weight and they're thriving, don't stress about it too much, don't panic too much. Like my auntie said to me the other day, like, your child will eat when they're hungry, like and it's like, well, I hope so.
And they will tell you some way.
Jack Flash says different types of beans are extremely healthy and very cheap. Yeah, kids love baked beans, don't they?
Who doesn't love baked beans? Come on.
That's a winner, isn't it? That's an absolute
winner. You can have
winner.
it with anything. Fish fingers, jacket potato.
Roast dinner.
Roast dinner.
I'm joking. A joke. That's a joke.
With food combos.
I Need a Holiday says, oh, I do like that name. I like that name. I have 6 children. Eldest is 21. Youngest is 6. Fed them all the same. We have a lot of veg and home cooked meals, but that doesn't stop my youngest being incredibly fussy, just down to luck usually. It is like an individual thing, isn't it? I mean, like me, my sister and my brother, I just ate anything, and I think my sister was pretty fussy, to be fair, but I would just eat anything. I would eat items in front of me. In fact, I was always eating.
You're just the best child.
I was the best child. I so was.
My
mum and dad
eat
don't know how lucky
everything.
they were. Honestly, and I slept well. Well, my mum says I slept well, and then my dad said I didn't. My dad said that every time he'd sit down to watch the TV, I'd just come walking back through.
Yeah, I remember hearing them stories.
Yeah, but then mum said I slept really well, so I don't know who's telling the truth and who's not really. So I don't know. Hazel Manchester says, I'm just tucking into yogurt. All our kids and grandkids love yogurts. I freeze tube yogurts. Mia loves them like that. Yogurts are so healthy as well. Another great form of like calcium, isn't it?
I never eat yogurts, to be fair. Never anymore.
I don't. I used to. Like, I went through a phase where I'd be like, oh my god, I just love eating yogurts. Now I just can't be bothered
I'll
with
have
them.
the like Greek yogurt, like we used to, like with fruit and that for breakfast and granola. But I'll never just like as a snack with my lunch have a pot of yogurt or anything.
Yeah. Oh, Katie wants to see our nails. Well, Holly's nails are still the same as they were before.
Mine are very grown out now. They're looking. I need to get them done really soon.
Holly's
but
been like that
they
for a
are
few
like
weeks. Holly will actually let hers grow out till they look really witchy.
They're like a nice witchy.
You know, so that when she goes in the nail parlour, they go, how long have your nails been like this?
Oh, and every time I go to the salon, they complain and say, you're leaving it too long, you're leaving it too long. But they're all still on, so, you know, I think the longer they're on, the more I'm getting my money's worth.
So anyway, yeah, here they are. I've gone for like a metallic-y kind of
so yours
almost.
look better than mine, 'cause they're nice and fresh.
Yeah, I had them done yesterday, actually.
I do like that colour, nice and like shimmery and shiny.
It's really quite strange. I've actually had extensions this time because usually I'll go for like Holly and I'll have like a biab on my natural nails.
She copied my shape.
I had this shape before
No,
you.
you didn't. You had
I had this shape before you.
No,
I didn't.
Last
I
time
had
I
almond.
no, you've never had that shape before.
I definitely had almonds.
I'm just great inspiration, you see.
Maybe you are. Maybe you are. And if you'd like to see some more inspiration from Holly, go and follow her over on Instagram at Holly Linden. Would you do a hotel review on Tim's channel without Tim? Well, actually, not that this has got anything to do with Mum's Club, but I am going to do a hotel review, Walk With Me Tim style, on my channel. But I'm not going to do it the same way as Tim. I'm going to just feature it like as a vlog kind of thing. Do it. But yeah, I am going to do a hotel review because I'm going away. So yeah, I'm going to be doing one. Debbie says my son doesn't like mushrooms, but will eat all vegetables and fruit.
I can agree with that. Mushrooms are vile.
I love mushrooms.
Nah.
I think they're a funny texture though. Don't be too hard on your kid about that though, because let's face it, mushrooms, if you are not familiar with mushrooms and you put a mushroom in your mouth, it's a funny one, isn't it? That is a funny old taste, and it is a funny texture as well. It almost feels like eating some sort of flour, doesn't it? Like rubber. Hard flour. Rubber. Like a real, yeah, I don't know. Do you know what I mean? So don't be too hard on them with things like that. Sheldon says, I had to sit at the table until my plate was clean back in the day. Yeah, do you know what? I think when Casper gets older and he's got a bit more of understanding, because at the moment he's like still quite, he understands certain things and other things he doesn't. And yeah, I think when he gets older and it's like, okay, I'm going to be taking this away from you or that away from you if you don't eat your dinner. I think I probably will go down that road. I think I might.
Well, the other day when I was watching him, he kept asking for milk. And I said, you need to finish your dinner and then you can have milky. And he did. So...
Yeah, he actually listens to Holly. It's quite bizarre, really. It's quite bizarre. So we're moving on from food and stuff like that. We're going to move on to another topic now. And obviously, don't forget, guys, there is the poll. So make sure that you are voting in the poll for what subject you'd like to talk about next week on Mum's Club. We have got 107 people watching. Please hit the thumbs up if you're enjoying this live stream at the moment. We're going to talk about fun activities to do for the kids and things that you can do from being quite pricey to things that are quite budgety.
Butlins. Butlins on the pricey side.
Oh, don't you just hate that when that happens?
Have you taken Casper to Butlins before?
Yeah, I have. And he went on a ride on his own, and
that must have been when you were
I was looking back actually at the footage of it, because I actually did a little video of him on this little car that was going round. I don't know if any of you guys remember it actually. And he must have been only about one.
And they time in it?
Yeah, and they were like, you can't go on there with him.
I saw that video come up on my memories. Like, not that long ago.
And he held on so tight,
and
bless
you
him.
can really see the difference in that video compared to what he's like
I
now.
know, just getting me all a bit emotional. But he held on so tight and went round on his own. But now, I don't think I could put Casper in that on his own because I'd be really worried he'd jump out. But he sat nicely on that when, do you know what I mean? I don't know. Looking back here, I think
put him on his own now.
No, because now I think he's a little bit more excitable, and I think he'd be more capable of standing up in it. Do you know what I mean? Standing up in it and getting out. I don't know, and I don't know how we done that thinking about it, but maybe it seems different looking at it on video than it actually does.
He was so young at the time to not have that thought about getting out. I don't know.
Master Goose is in the chat. Very anti-lemons. Long story, everybody. He's changed his name back to the Master Goose. It was a temporary situation. I thought about you yesterday because I was in B&M actually, very briefly. And in the washing up section, you know, where you get all the stuff for washing up stuff, like little tubs and all that sort of stuff, there was a lemon sponge, like a sponge in the shape of a lemon, and I thought,
that's cute.
I want to take a picture of that and I want to put it on my Instagram for the Master Goose.
You're loving your lemons
but I thought I could become a little bit obsessed with like taking pictures of lemons and just tagging the Master Goose in these lemons. It's almost like I can't now. I used to look at lemons and go, oh, they look so pretty in Italian style, and now I look at lemons and I think of the Master Goose. So it's just like done a full circle here. So oh, Russell says, popping in, working at the airport. Hope you're all okay. Off now. Have a top day. Thank you so much. I hope that you have a good day at work. So, talking about activities and stuff for kids, we are in a situation at the moment where every single day, if Casper is not at nursery, we have to go to the Rainbow Park. And how does he say it?
Rainbow Park.
Rainbow Park. He'll go, Rainbow Park. And I think, oh,
and
no.
He'll be saying this at like 10 o'clock at night as well.
Rainbow Park.
He'll be like, bedtime, Rainbow Park.
Yeah, he wants to go to the Rainbow Park all the time, which is the soft play, which is, it's something that we don't refuse.
We don't know why he calls it the Rainbow Park.
It's like just in his mind. I think it's just because it's colourful and what have you. But, you know, it costs like £5 a session when you go in, and then you want to buy a coffee. So you're looking at me, Tim, got to pay for your adults to go in, which don't really agree with, but is what it is. £1 for an adult each, so £2 for us. Then we've got our coffees on top because you can't sit there without a coffee. You just can't. That's just no. And then for the child to play, which is absolutely fine. If your child is happy, you do not begrudge it, do you? You don't. But then there's these other sides of the spectrum. I don't know if I'm saying spectrum for this. Play-Doh. Play-Doh. Oh, no. No. Play-Doh is a nightmare. Play-Doh. Play-Doh. No. Because Play-Doh goes everywhere, and Casper, when he's got his Play-Doh at the moment, he will pick little bits off, sprinkle it on the floor, little bit, sprinkle it on the floor, little bit, sprinkle it on the floor, and then I go and do something, come back in, walked in Play-Doh, walked on my nice new carpet, Play-Doh in the carpet. Nightmare, absolute nightmare. If not, there's loads of little bits in the cracks in the table.
The Play-Doh.
I did. But I didn't, in my mind I thought, oh, let's buy some Play-Doh, and what it'll do is get like, it's got like some little, there's even a square down there.
Worry about him eating it, to be fair. A lot of kids eat it.
Well, I can't even get him to eat like normal food, let alone Play-Doh, so no, seriously, no, he don't do that, which is good. Although we did go to eat a daisy in the garden the other day and I panicked. And we're trying to grow strawberries, and there's a nice great big one that was really forming, and I was like, that's looking really good. That's turning red. It's looking good. It was the biggest one there, and Casper went up to it and picked it. And I was like, no. And he was so happy that he'd done it. So anyway, I thought, well, that's why we bought him, for a bit of entertainment, really. But I was like so proud of that strawberry.
I feel like with kids as well, like around Casper's age, you tell them no about something,
And then they
or
just
you
laugh.
tell them not to do it, it makes them want to do it by saying, no, don't do that, and they will 100% do it, because there's just something about telling a child, no, don't do it, that will make them want to do it.
Oh. Anna Titchmarch says, it's Play-Doh and kinetic sand. Ick. Kinetic sand, I've never used that. Is that something I should stay away from, Anna? Should I stay away from kinetic sand? I've heard of it because I hear it in the adverts on Tiny Pop. It goes kinetic sand, but I don't know really what it is. I've just heard it in the background. Michelle says we don't have Play-Doh in our house. It's banned. I should ban it.
Oh, poor Casper.
Shall we ban it and hide it? The Master Goose says, I never allowed mine to
The thing is,
Play-Doh
he's at that
when they were
age
younger.
now where I've noticed he goes through the cupboards himself and gets it out himself.
He does. He knows. I moved it. I moved it because it was in this cupboard down here, and I thought, nah, he knows where that is, so I'm going to move it. And I don't know how he figured it out. He must have just gone round looking for it because he found it. Very smart. Master Goose says, I never allowed mine to have Play-Doh when they were younger. That stuff gets everywhere. Vera says, I remember plasticine. It used to stick to the carpet. Plasticine, Play-Doh, same thing. Disaster. Absolute disaster. Jules B says, I was never allowed Play-Doh. Do you know what? Do you know those machines that you get? Like when I was younger, you used to get plasticine machines where you put them in and then you squash them and they come out like spaghetti. Do you know what I mean?
All
What
the
I'm talking about?
machines. Yeah, I know what you mean.
Well,
you can get
I
loads
wanted
of
that.
different ones like that.
Yeah, well, I wanted that so badly when I was a kid. And one of my mum's friends, bought me one for Christmas when I was a kid. And there's a photograph of me like that. Like, I got it. And I was so excited.
And I bet Granny was like...
And my mum was like, no. Honestly, it was just so bad. Joanna says, we love kinetic sand in our house. Hoover's up easy. Maybe we should have a look at, maybe we should explore kinetic sands. Is it an age thing? Have you got to be a certain age for it?
You allow crayons though.
Oh yeah, Monica also says kinetic sand is better because you can hoover only. Okay. Maybe we could explore. Anna says kinetic sand is fab, but the coloured version has stained our carpet in the past.
Not good.
Oh.
Not
Ooh.
good.
So what do we do? Do we go for kinetic sand or do we not go for kinetic sand? I'm not sure. It's something we can think about exploring, but one of the bonuses of Play-Doh, once you've purchased it, and it doesn't roll around the floor and it doesn't get like the odd little cat hair in it or human hair or anything else, then it lasts and it's free. So you got a nice little experience there for the kids that's free, or you can go to the play area, but the play area is great for them socialising. So all sorts of things that you can do, but that is something that we're going to talk about at a later date. I think that at a later date we can talk about different kinds of activities you could do with your kids on a budget or stuff like that. That would be really interesting to talk about it. Anna says you can get the regular sand version of kinetic sand rather than the coloured version. We'd have no problem with that. Okay, well that's what we'll do then. We'll go down that road, I think, definitely. Kinetic sand. Or you can simply do colouring, but then you've got crayons that also risk going on the walls.
Well,
now,
I did say that to you a minute ago. I said, well, you allow the crayons, so...
Yeah, but I don't like the crayons, to be honest with you. I don't feel comfortable with crayons either because all our walls are cream and I don't know what it is, but kids love to crayon the walls, don't they?
Do you remember when Sienna
drew her name on Granny's?
My cousin, when she was, I don't even know how old she was at the time, but she was quite young, and she just got a biro pen and just drew her name on Granny's wall.
And Mum's
on her
still
white
got it there.
wall.
She's still got it there, and it says Sienna. When we next do a vlog and we feature Granny's house, we'll have to show everybody. It's quite interesting, actually. So let's quickly just move on. So we'll have a little bit of a game. So this is kind of like a guessing game. Did this last week, and basically I'm gonna list 3 things That
Basically, it is one truth, two lies, or is it? Or is
one
it two
truth and two are lies, and you've got to guess
that's what I
which
said,
one is
isn't
true. Yeah. So, are you ready? If you are ready, we need some drum rolls. How's the poll getting on? I'm just so interested. It's looking interesting. It's looking interesting. Don't worry, I will announce the poll at the end as well, guys. So we've got 113p. 13p? What? We've got 113 people watching us for the Mums Club live this afternoon. It's a sunny afternoon on the East Coast as well, I'm pleased to know. Crayola, magic colouring. Do you know what? We have got like a little Etch-a-Sketch thing where we were like, this is going to be really good, you know, because you draw and then you can just rub it out and so on and so forth.
Is
But I
that
was
the
bored
thing?
of it.
Is that the thing where you pull it and then it just
Yeah,
erases?
yeah,
They're
like a
magnet
Etch-a-Sketch.
things.
Yeah.
Every kid's got one of them.
Yeah, but Casper's bored of it. He don't really bother with it much,
never
which is a
seen
bit of
him
a
play with
shame.
one of them.
Yeah, it's not damaging enough. That's why. It's too safe, isn't it?
It's not exciting.
Yeah, it's not.
Not thrilling enough for a 3-year-old.
Okay, so the game, right. You have got to guess which one is the truth. Here we go. 1 or A. A, B, or C, or 1, 2, 3? I don't know. We'll do 1. 1. Casper is starting dance classes. Could it be that Casper is starting dance classes? 2. I'm starting as well to teach Casper Spanish. Now I know that he can barely speak English, but I'm also teaching him Spanish so he can brush up on his Spanish. Interesting so far, right? 3. Casper once went live on YouTube without me knowing. Which one of those 3 is true? So is it 1, Casper is starting dance lessons, 2, Casper is learning Spanish, or 3, Casper went live on YouTube without me knowing? Place your bets now. Is it 1, 2, or is it 3? A little bit of a mix up there, actually. Interesting. Yeah. Do you know the answer to this?
Yes, I do.
It's a good game, isn't it?
It's too easy.
It's a good game for an afternoon. Well, okay, we're going to announce it. We're going to announce what it was. So the answer is that Casper actually went live on YouTube without us knowing.
Probably
It's
won't
true.
be the last time.
It's
either.
true. And I was so glad that I wasn't slagging anyone off. I don't mean anyone off on YouTube, but like anyone off in my family or anyone I'm associated with, because I do like to have a little bit of a gripe about things and stuff like that. And I was sat in Weatherspoons with Tim. I think we'd had some lunch. Did we have lunch? I can't remember if it's lunch or
Probably
breakfast now. I
breakfast.
can't remember. And Casper was only, I mean, we were in...
He was young at the time.
He was
wasn't
really,
he?
yeah,
It
he
a
was...
while ago.
He must have been about 1. Must have
Yeah.
been 1. Maybe 2. I don't know. But he was in the very first stroller that we had, the Oyster. And he was on my phone watching Super Simple, like the nursery rhymes and stuff like that, while we were eating. And me and Tim were just chatting. And yeah, he had gone live on YouTube while we were talking. So we were having a normal conversation, and Casper, I don't know how, even I can't get live on YouTube without a struggle. So I don't know how he got to that point.
It's crazy
You
what
have to
1-year-olds
set it
are
up.
capable of.
Yeah, I know. You have to set it up. Must have just been pressing any random buttons. But how he pressed all them random buttons to get to going live, it's beyond me, because you have to go up to the cross to schedule it, you've got to type in your title, you've got to put your angle in, you've got to do everything before you even go live. And I just can't believe it'd gone live. And I don't even know how I'd found out. I don't know if I'd found out because Tim had seen it on his phone, or whether I had eventually got the phone off him and noticed it.
For that long, was it?
Yeah, but it was,
well, long enough.
It was comical. But yeah, luckily for me and Tim, we were safe. We didn't say anything that shouldn't have been said, or, or anything like that. Yeah, Ben says the apology video is still on the channel right now. It is there, so if you want to go back and have a little look, you're more than welcome.
Is Casper's video still on
I don't
there?
think so. I think I took that down because it was just random. Like if anyone was to actually watch it, they would have been like,
What's
that?
You can't even, like, in the video, I remember it so well, like, you can't really hear, you can hear you talking in it, but you can't really make out what you're saying, and then you can just hear Casper going, because he was so young at the time, like, he wasn't even saying words, he was just going, pretty much the whole way through the video.
Green King Dog says, you should ask Casper for help next time you can't go live. I know, do you know what? And Casper, he really does like love the camera, and I'm not joking. So anybody that says, "Oh my God, you're explaining your child, putting him in front of the camera," I can't stop him from getting on the camera. Like he wants to. Like when I did coffee morning the other day, he was banging the door down, and then came to the camera and said hi to everyone, and he had his little starring moment, and he absolutely loved that.
Oh, yeah.
And
he's a little entertainer, just like you as well. He loves his music and dancing and just performing.
Yeah, if anyone had picked that Casper was doing dance classes, I could have seen why you would have believed that, because Casper loves dancing and he's got so much rhythm and he dances in tune. He's just so good. He loves singing and he's got the most beautiful singing voice ever.
He even made up his own little dance himself, actually.
Yeah,
there's like this video he watches on YouTube, which is just got this little strange tune to
It's like
it.
the intro to a Walt Disney movie, isn't it?
Yeah, it is a bit weird what he likes to watch. He likes to watch the movie.
But he's always going like this to that particular bit,
and
like
he made
that.
his own little dance routine up to it. So like he kept clicking play on that song or tune, and he would do this dance routine, and he'd do it over and over, and that's when I'd noticed like he's created his own little dance to
and
this
he knows,
tune.
and he would get the handset and rewind it, and then go back and do the dance again, almost like, I guess, any of us that are like learning. I don't know how many of you out there have gone over dance routines before. Maybe it's just me as an entertainer, I don't know. But like when you're learning a dance routine and you're just rewinding it and you're trying to get a certain bit right, Casper does that. He's 3. That's like superpowers. Like I think for a 3-year-old, I think that's really quite smart. And it says Casper would be a fab dancer. He's a natural mover, bless him. No, he actually is, and he is a poser. Like if we go to take a photograph of him, he poses.
He's so photogenic.
He poses for it, and and at the moment he goes, cheese. Yeah, and like he is such a little poser. So yeah, I definitely think that he's like going in the direction of entertainment.
Oh yeah,
so
little performer.
Sue says little Casper is going to be a YouTuber like his mum and his big sister. I think he will. I can see it happening. Right, anyway, it's time to check out the poll, ladies and gentlemen, and see what we're going to be talking about on next week's Mums Club. Now, just to let you all know, Mums Club might be live from the resort I'm staying at, because I want to make sure that I deliver it. And I'm traveling back on Friday, and I don't want you guys to miss out. So it might be that we're doing Mums Club from there or Coffee Morning from there. I've not decided what, where and when, but you won't miss out. It just might be that either the days are slightly adjusted or the destination is slightly adjusted. So please just bear with me on that, and I will get that information to you guys as soon as I know what's going on with Coffee Morning and with the Mums Club. But you have got a vlog that's going to be coming up this week as well. So I think I'm going to get it up by Friday. I think Friday it'll be up for you guys. And And also, don't forget to give Holly a follow on YouTube. Her link is in the description of this video as well. And she's got a vlog that's coming up. When's your vlog coming up?
Very, very soon. Very soon. I don't know. I don't have an exact date that I'm going to be posting it. But I want to aim for this weekend. It's going to be up by. So
there you go. You're going to have a busy weekend.
Yeah, we'll say this weekend.
And what's it about? What's it about?
It's on Great Yarmouth. So yeah, something a little bit different.
Any particular destination of Great Yarmouth, Holly?
Mainly Great Yarmouth seafront. Just sort of showing the waterways, the new pier, as Britannia Pier has now been redone. So just like having a little explore there. And also in that video as well, we captured a lot of the Out There Festival. Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
Yeah. But they had a carnival, they had a lot of activities going on the beach as well. So that was something different, as you don't get to see that every time you go on Great Yarmouth seafront.
That'd be nice for people to see then, won't it?
Yeah, so come and check that out. Like I say, I'll aim to upload that on this weekend. And my channel name is just my name. It's just Holly Linden.
Yeah. So go on over. If you want to catch that, make sure that you subscribe to Holly and hit the notification bell so you know when that's going to be coming up. Also, right, we're going to announce the poll. Drum roll, everyone. Drum roll. What are we going to be talking about next week on the Mums Club, chosen by you, the viewer? Drum roll. I can't believe it. I love having you on it because it means I get to drink all my coffee. Are you going to join us next? Oh, no, you can't, can you? You can't join Mums Club next week. We're not going to be together. Okay, right, so I'll do it in reverse order. So in third place, coming in at third place was parenting tips. Coming in at second place is talking about milestones. And the winning subject at 50%, obviously these percentages, they do like sort of change as I'm shouting these out because people are still casting votes while I'm doing it. But yeah, the winning topic is traveling with kids, which actually might be quite a good one for me being in that resort next week. That might be the best subject in the best destination. I think that will slot in quite nicely, actually. Yeah, okay, so you guys have picked travelling with kids, and that's what we're going to be talking about next week. I will pick another subject as well, so always try and make sure that I've got 2 topics slotted in there. But this is just the main one that you guys have picked. So we're going to be talking about that and more next week on the Mums Club. So make sure that you do tune in and keep your eyes out on the community post for when I announce when everything is going to be. So please, if you've enjoyed the Mums Club this afternoon, give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell as well. Give it a share if you know anyone that might be interested in enjoying a little bit of parenting company. Like I said, the Mums Club is designed for anyone that's doing parenting things, whether it be mums, dads, any form of guardians, grandparents, you know, whether we've got a fostered parents, anyone that's sort of looking after children and got this responsibility, big sisters, big brothers, anyone that can relate can join in whilst we talk about the challenges, the highs and lows of kids and childhood and stuff like that. So yeah, and also come over to Instagram and give me a follow on there because I'm traveling next week, and if you want to keep up to date what's going on, you can catch up over on Instagram. But in the meantime, if you're going to do anything this afternoon, make sure that it's something positive and have fun trying to feed your children. Take care, everyone. Oh, and be careful if you're using Play-Doh or kinetic sand this afternoon. See you, everyone. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.